In this video, I will be discussing about Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. So from the previous experiments, we came to know that when the bar magnet moves towards or away from the coil, there is a change in magnetic field. So when there is a change in magnetic field, there will be a current induced in that coil. And also from the current electricity chapter, we came to know that EMF is defined as the maximum work done per unit charge to take from one point to another point. So when there is a charges are moving, then there will be a current induced in that. So as a result, we can say that current is a result of an EMF. So now we can say that the change in magnetic field will induce an EMF, and that EMF will induce current in that coil. So we can say that change in magnetic field will produce EMF. So now let's define what's the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction is. So before that, we need to remember 3 points. The first point is change in magnetic flux induces current. And the second point is change in magnetic flux induces an EMF. And the final point is EMF will produce until there is a change in magnetic flux continuous. So now if we combine these 3 sentences, we will get Faraday's first law of electromagnetic induction. So Faraday's first law of electromagnetic induction states that whenever the magnetic flux through a circuit changes, an EMF induced in it. That EMF lasts as long as the change in magnetic flux continues. So this is the first law of electromagnetic induction. Now, to state the second one, we need to understand a point, that is, large change in magnetic flux will produce more EMF, and the small change in magnetic flux will produce small EMF. It means that the change in magnetic flux is directly proportional to EMF. By this, Faraday stated his second law, that is, the magnitude of induced EMF is directly proportional to the rate of change of magnetic flux linked with that circuit. So this is the second law of electromagnetic induction. So now let's represent the second law of electromagnetic induction with the mathematical terms. So mathematically we can write epsilon is directly proportional to minus d phi b divided by dt. So the negative signs which we are seeing in the right hand side will be taking according to the Lenz's law, which we'll be seeing in the next video. As of now, just remember there is a negative sign on the right hand side. Now if we replace the proportionality constant with the equal, we need to multiply a constant to the right hand side. So by doing that, we'll get epsilon is equals to minus n d phi b divided by dt, where n is the number of turns in the coil, epsilon is the EMF induced, and phi b is the magnetic flux. So by this we can conclude that if we increase the number of coils, we can increase the induced EMF. So that's all for now. In the next video we will see the Lenz's law.